Alright guys, I am back with another reaction to this YouTube channel, Depressed Ginger. I did a reaction video of me watching his video of him talking about the current MLB television score bugs, and he was grading them, and then I was grading them as well. So if you're interested in that, you can go check that out. I found another video that might be interesting to watch with you guys. It's a baseball video. It's called Weird Stadium Features That Got Removed. So if you're a baseball fan, you probably are familiar with the stadiums. So I've been to Minute Maid Park a couple of times. The first time I went there was in 2014, and they had in center field they had Tal's Hill. Yeah, it's a hill, center field, and they would have giant flag poles behind the wall, I think. And 2 years later, no, I think it was like 3 years later, they removed Tal's Hill and they replaced it with this giant green wall bush with the Houston Astros logo. I don't know the name, but if you watch games at Minute Maid Park, you know what I'm talking about. And they also added this big Budweiser bar. Yeah, at center field. More like right center field. So he's probably going to talk about that. And I'm looking right now at the video. This is Marlins Park. I know they changed their name, but I'm just so used to calling it Marlins Park. It's weird that they changed their names. Another stadium that changed their name is Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's something else now. I forgot the name, but it's no longer called Miller Park. So in Miami, they had this They have that thing right there at left center. It's called the well, I don't know the actual name of it, but it's basically the Miami Marlins sculpture. And every time someone hits a home run, that thing will activate. I always thought that looks cool, but then they got rid of it a couple years ago. I think it was Derek Jeter's idea. I think it's because it's too big. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch this video. I'm probably not going to pause it as much as I did on the my other reaction video, but I don't really want to talk while he's talking, so alright, I think we're ready to go. Let's start this. I'll put the link in the description below so that you guys can watch this yourselves if you want. And also, by the way, today is opening day for MLB 2023, and I'm wearing my old Houston Astros shirt. I got this in 2015 or 2016. Yeah, so yeah, you can see how small it is, kind of, but I'm just gonna wear it in the house. Alright, here we go. Let's start listening and watching.
Alright guys, so in this video, I'm just going to be talking about random stadium features that ballparks decided to remove for whatever reason. And most of these, it is sad to see them go away because they are certainly unique. And the first one, you know, I wanted to mention, and this is kind of why I wanted to make the video, what happened to Lone Depot Park, which was Marlins Park, the aquarium, which was super unbelievable.
They had an aquarium
unique,
there.
Located, you know, right behind home plate.
They got rid of that?
It's removed. That
what?
was one of the kind of the
Why?
big things about Marlins
Why is it
Park
removed? That looks
being
cool.
A futuristic stadium.
Man, back when I was a big MLB fan, kind of addicting to watching games, I remember watching quite a bit of Marlins games. You know, 2016, 2017, and then they would show this shot in the aquarium. I always thought that looked cool. So
the fish aquarium.
I'm shocked they got rid of that.
A few times by foul balls, and like the outer shell of.
Oh no! Seriously? I've never seen that before.
Glass broke. That prompted them to
Damn
get it
it.
removed. You can see they're repairing it there. Apparently it broke the outer ring, but that is bulletproof glass, and
That's
the fish
sad.
were fine.
That
Could
sucks.
you imagine if it broke the entire tank during a game?
Oh, hell no. Oh, that's what it looks like now. Damn, man. That looked cool. That looked cool. Behind home plate, an aquarium. Shit.
And you just see the poor fish spewing out onto the dirt.
Crap.
No, but guys, I loved the aquarium. I did. It was just so unique that they actually decided to do that. It's like almost a mythical type thing.
That was their thing.
Of course, they do remove it.
A lot of stadiums, they have
again,
cool
I couldn't
features.
get a really confirmed answer on why they removed it, but the thought is it got nailed a few times and it broke the outer glass.
That's unfortunate.
And it just became kind of a hazard. So that gets removed. And then also, at around the same time, the Marlin sculpture. Rest in peace. What happened? Oh,
Actually, well, yeah. Before I tuned into this video, a couple of weeks ago, you know, they had the World Baseball Classic in Miami, and then they were talking about the Miami sculpture. So then that made me wondering, why did they actually remove that? I think it was in, 2018 or 2019 when they removed this thing. I mean, look how nice it looks. I like it. A lot of people don't really like it for some reason. When I read the comments, you know, I searched up the video of this sculpture, and then I look at the comments. You know, some people don't really care about it. Or, no, it was like a news video announcing, yep, this sculpture will be going away at the end of the year. But, they still have it. It's now outside the stadium. It's like by the entrance. It does look really big, though. I will say that. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why they got removed. But that looks cool. Whenever someone hits a home run, the thing will activate. You know, look at that. Dolphins, flamingos. Yeah. Alright, let's listen to what he has to say about that.
oh my goodness. The Marlin sculpture grew on me, I have to say. It cost like $2.5 million.
Jeez.
Which honestly today, due to inflation, is probably like 3.5. No, I wouldn't say that. It's probably like 3 million. But yeah, everyone made fun of this thing. They thought it was so stupid when it was installed.
Why? It's not as stupid as Towles Hill in Minute Maid Park.
Few years after Marlins Park opened. And listen, you can say what you want about it. It's unique. And look at what they did to the poor thing. They put it out in the rain. So apparently they just moved it outside of the park. And it's just outside now rotting. The home run sculpture. So
That's
its only
sad.
real purpose was to light up. And you had the little fishies going around on the merry-go. Yes,
Yep.
when a home run happened.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And you can see the hideous Marlins Park home run sculpture is going to be huge. That's just not... That's not very nice. You're calling it hideous. But you can see that's from 2011. It gets installed.
Derek Jeter.
And that is just... That's not right. That's a bad... Come on, that's a disrespectful meme right there. But yeah, people hated it. And I'll admit, yeah, it's ugly, but it is a unique cork within a stadium.
I thought it looked great.
They really just replaced it with a bunch of drink rails, which is what everyone is doing. Let's put the social spaces in. Let's put another bar. It's like I think it's a 2-deck bar that they put in where the sculpture originally was. And I know Marlins Park.
Yeah, that looked nice too.
Lone Depot Park. It's been getting a lot of press, you know. Think about all the World Baseball Classics, the championship game that just happened there between the United States and Japan. The crazy ratings those games have gotten because you've got multiple countries, you've got basically all of Japan watching, and Lone Depot Park, it's kind of taken the spotlight. And could you imagine if we got to see that thing light up every time Trey Turner hit a home run? You telling me that wouldn't be badass? Come on, folks. It'd be great to see, but it got removed, and now it's just a bunch of drink rails.
Yep.
So there's that. The next one we're going to be looking at
There it
is
is.
Tal's Hill,
Yep.
which was such an amazing cork.
Yeah, you see the big flag poles behind it. Yeah, those are big-ass flag poles. That did look weird in my opinion. You know, when they removed it, I didn't really care. I wasn't happy, but I wasn't sad. It was just, all right, whatever. Because back then, you know, I wasn't really a huge Houston Astros fan at the time. I was sort of getting into it. Oh, wow, look, there's the Budweiser big bar.
For Minute Maid Park, it was a little hill out in center field.
It's a pretty
and
big
I love
hill.
the fact that you could just see the grass going up the hill, and they were able to maintain it. And it's almost like the putting green, you know? Like it's like a different piece of little patch hill. Like they cut the grass lower on the hill. But I loved it. You know, the most unique thing, there was also a flagpole out there. So,
Yep.
you know, they cited the reason for removing it.
Good thing
as
they
a
didn't remove the
safety
train.
issue. If you
I
want
would
to
have been
remove
pissed
the
if they
flagpole,
removed the
that's
train.
fine. Don't touch the hill. And, you know, you can see rest in peace.
Gosh,
They're literally digging
jeez.
into the hill, removing it.
Goodbye,
and
hill.
They actually moved the fences in Minute Maid, not surprisingly, way in. They made just a straight fence across.
They replaced
and now
it.
dead center is about 25 feet less than it was with the hill installed. And they removed some of the seats. You can see them doing that. And shockingly, yes, they installed drinking rails, which that's what always happens now. So you can see, unfortunately, it was such a nice cork to see in a ballpark.
Come on, Houston.
You know,
Can
they
y'all
cite
open your roof
safety.
more
To
often?
me,
Look how
that's
beautiful
just
that
21st
looks.
century softness.
Look how nice
honestly.
it
I mean,
looks.
there's like, at what point, like, really, a guy's going to injure himself going up the hill? What
They
does that
barely
happen
open the
once every
roof
5
anymore.
years? I'm sorry. Whatever.
And
It's
it's
a
already
unique
hot,
feature. It's
and the
cool.
season's just
It
beginning.
happens like 1 in a million if a dude gets injured going up a hill.
Holy crap.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's
It makes
that's
for a
off season
unique
right there,
experience
guys.
Trying to catch a baseball, and it makes the ballpark really stand out and have character as opposed to what it is now. They actually did put in a pretty, I guess it's a cool batter's eye. It's like the Houston Astros logo in green, like ivy. So that is kind of cool. The next thing is the Rogers Center restaurant windows in center field. So these got removed.
I don't know much about
these
that.
were kind of like an early 2000s type thing. They had these like semi-obnoxious huge windows that were part of a restaurant in center field at Rogers Center.
Wow.
They removed all of them, and then they made it like 2 levels of open air standing room bar rails. You can see that overall, but I think this is definitely an upgrade. This is probably the only, because I think Tal's Hill was way better than what is currently in Houston, but I know why they removed it. It's like safety, whatever. You know, Lone Depot Park got way worse. This looks better. The big windows looked clunky. It looks like a greenhouse, you know, and what they did.
Oh my
opening it up,
gosh,
it does,
yeah.
You know, it does make the ballpark look better, look nicer. I don't think you
Yeah,
can
where's
really
those
even
plants
debate it
at?
looking at back-to-back photos of the windows being there versus when Rogers Center completely opened up, and now Rogers Center is undergoing more.
See, that's the cool thing
renovations,
about all the ballparks. They have
they
have their own
the
thing.
Completely finished Rogers
you know.
Center renovations with the upper deck ripped out. I will share those and I will react to those. But this renovation that
Fenway
happened
Park has the green
over a
monster,
decade ago at
you
this
know.
point, you know, removing the big obnoxious windows.
Miller
opening
Park,
it looks
well,
like
they're not
2 or
called
3
Miller Park.
decks
They have that
of
big
standing room
big
area.
slide.
That was definitely a good move
Yeah.
by the Blue Jays. And then how about this? The sandbox in Petco Park.
What?
People didn't even.
I didn't even know that they have that. They got rid of that? I wonder why they had that in the first place. I've never seen that before. Okay.
Even know this existed, but
I didn't know it
There
existed.
was a sandbox at Petco beyond the right center field
That looks
wall,
weird.
and then there was actually seating, which was probably the worst seating in MLB. So there's a sandbox and then seating after it in center field, just not good for visual. And there's a fence in the way too. So, but to me, This sandbox was really cool. It's the whole San Diego vibe, nice weather, sunny.
I know Chase Field has
I
a
vividly
swimming pool. What if they get rid of
Adrian
that?
Gonzalez
I
hitting
wouldn't
a
like
home
that
run
idea.
into the sandbox. It was like one of the longest home runs in Petco Park history.
Look
I
at
was
that.
watching a compilation on the longest home runs at each ballpark, and this was a while ago, but it was in there, and it just nailed the sandbox. So that's a cool, unique feature. They ended up removing it for social spaces and drinking rails. That is what it is.
Of course.
I can kind of understand why they did it, but still, a cool feature gets removed there. And I was able to find, I think they tried to make a compromise. There's like a little beach sunken in way past the center field wall at Petco now. But I mean, it's just not the same, of it being right up against the wall.
Huh.
Where it's located. So, and then the final one we're going to be looking at is just the overall outfield seating or lack thereof of Kauffman Stadium before.
Yeah, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Look at they have those big fountains. I remember watching Home Run Derby. Remember they had a Home Run Derby there in 2012. I decided to watch it. I like watching old home run derbies, and Prince Fielder, he hit one, and it landed on the fountain. It splashed. That was cool. Yeah, but yeah, Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium, got a nice, huge fountain.
The renovation. Now, I think this is kind of a polarizing opinion on whether or not you like the
Wait, are they getting rid of the fountain?
look of how Kauffman Stadium was before they added the seating. To me,
Yeah, you notice how there's like no seats on the outfield? It's just all fountains. Yeah. This is a weird looking stadium, but it's a nice one, but it's kind of weird looking at the same time.
I will say it's very peaceful. You've got the waterfalls. It looks nice. They actually expanded the waterfalls, but at first.
Oh yeah, waterfalls. I didn't mean to say water fountain. I don't know what I'm talking about.
There was only one waterfall in right field, I believe. That's when it was most peaceful, and there's just grass. But to me, the way it looks without the seating, it looks like a minor league park. Just too much. It's just grass in the outfield. I know it's unique. It's cool. It's probably very quiet, but I just think it is simply not enough. Like, it just looks too minor league to me, but it is definitely unique for sure. And you had the fountains going on both sides, and then they decided to expand it with the seating. And there's weird seating in Kauffman Stadium. It's like they just put random seats where they could find.
Oh, that's what it looks like now. Is that what it looks like today? They have seats now on the outfield. Okay, my fault. Sorry. That's another stadium where I barely watch any games anyway, so I don't know what's going on.
And in terms of the outfield, there's standing room in right field, and then there's two different seating sections in left field.
Yeah, it's called a fountain.
With
all right.
one section actually over a waterfall. And if you guys remember, Kauffman Stadium had the home run derby.
They did.
Maybe like 2012 or 2013,
Yep.
I want to say. And players actually were hitting balls over the waterfall and into the second section of seating. And somebody hit a home run onto, is like in left field, they have like a home run, or they have like a Hall of Fame, a Royals Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, I saw that part. I don't know who did it, but that was sort of like early in the home run derby. That was before it got dark. And it like I think it hit the glass wall.
Area. They hit it on the roof of there as well.
Oh yeah, they did.
It's always fun when the home run derby goes to a stadium that has a lot of corks and like a lot of fun areas to hit it that normally never get touched because it's very hard to hit a home run in the MLB facing 95-mile-per-hour pitching and you don't know what's coming. So that is Kauffman Stadium, the overall renovation on that. Of course, the Royals are trying to get a new ballpark and possibly by 2026. And there are renderings for it, and I believe
Wow. Wait. Is this... That picture's not real. That's not a real one. Is this what it will? This is what their new stadium will look like? Huh? Yeah, waterfalls.
Did at least one video talking about it in like a future MLB stadium video. In the renderings for the ballpark, they do have the waterfalls, but I don't think they're as prominent as they are in Kauffman Stadium. I mean, in Kauffman Stadium, that is the main feature of the entire thing.
It is.
So, Kauffman Stadium, that's another, interesting upgrade that happened, going from no seating, literally just grass in terms of the outfield area, to what they have now, which is a few sections and then also drinking rails in right field. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so that's that. Wow, this video is over 20 minutes. I apologize, but I think the saddest one that got removed was the Miami sculpture. I really like that. I really like that thing. Yeah, it is really big, but yeah, I did watch quite a lot of Marlins games at that stadium back when they had that sculpture. But let's hope they don't remove any more cool things like the pool at Chase Field or the train at Minute Maid Park. But a lot of stadiums, they have like their own thing. Miller Park, formerly known as Miller Park in Milwaukee, they have that big yellow slide. I think the mascot goes down the slide whenever someone hits a home run. That's really up there too. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope they don't remove that. So I think that's all I gotta say. Yeah, Fenway Park, they got the big monster wall. Chicago Cubs, they got that ivy wall. Yeah, Wrigley Field. Those are the two oldest stadiums in MLB, Wrigley Field and Fenway Park. So, all right, guys, enjoy the season. The season has just begun. Opening day with the new rules. I didn't really watch any spring training, so I gotta get used to these new rules. But I'm not gonna watch much at the same time. I used to watch a lot until like 2021. I decided I don't really want to watch much games, and I didn't. And of course, the playoffs, I would watch that. Last year was basically the same thing. I didn't watch much. And now they're changing rules. I don't mind the rule changes. The one that bothered me the most was the extra inning rule. Runner on second in the 10th inning. Doesn't make any sense. The ghost runner, as Rich Eisen would like to call it. No one likes it. Michael Kay doesn't like it. Rich Eisen doesn't like it. Tim Kirchin doesn't like it. I don't think Dan Patrick likes it either. Yeah, these are guys that I mention because I was listening or watching videos of them talking about it. And I played those videos during one of my American Truck Simulator streams. But you didn't see the video. You can only hear it. I pretended that it was my radio. Yeah. Maybe I can do that for that game. I can listen to the games while playing Truck Simulator, pretend it's my radio. I did that on the way home today. I was listening to the end of the Braves and Nationals game, and then after that, it went to the beginning of the Blue Jays and Cardinals game. Yeah. So. But yeah, if I can change one rule, it would be the extra inning rule. The shift is kind of weird. I don't know what to expect for that. And the bigger bases. Remember Rich Eisen? He called it the pizza boxes. Oh my god, they do. They're humongous, yeah. Just like on the Fox score bug that no one likes. Except for this guy. Yeah, when I watched that video of him talking about the score bugs, he said that the Fox one is the best one to him. He gave that one like an A or an A plus. I gave that one an F minus. I really don't like that score bug for Fox. So I refuse to watch games on Fox no matter what, even if it's the World Series. And I'm glad that I have the international broadcast of the World Series, so I'm gonna watch it on that every time. Their score bug is better, even though MLB Network hasn't changed it in like 7 years, but I prefer that one than Fox's score bug. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. See you next time.